Hey, welcome back, everyone. How you doing? It's me, Mr. 4K Upscaler, recording this on Thanksgiving Eve. For those of you who live in the United States, it's a big holiday, and I wish you all a happy and healthy and peaceful Thanksgiving. Please be careful out there. As much as you want to celebrate, as much as you want to be excited about this holiday and this holiday season, always remember safety first, take caution, and party responsibly, as always. Now, moving on to Google Stadia. Google Stadia obviously didn't have a super great, smooth launch last week when originally launched on November 19th. A lot of problems, a lot of issues, a lot of hiccups. But let's look at this from a devil's advocate devil's advocate point of view. I want to be a devil's advocate. Yes, I was critical of Google Stadia because uh, I hear all these rumors, I hear all these negative reviews, I hear all this misleading. It's running in 4K, it's not running in 4K. Granted, Google is guilty of deceiving its customers. You should never deceive your customers, okay? Anyone who's deceiving their customers just so they can be number one, just so they can profit, that's not cool, okay? Any company who does that should be held responsible for deceiving uh, their customers, especially in this case, all of us who have purchased Founders Edition or Premium Edition. You know, you should be more frank with us. You should be more honest with us. And I think if Google was more honest with us, if they told us, sorry, we cannot run 4K, we can only do 1080p 60 at the moment, a lot of features will be missing on launch, but this is a first step. Think of it like an open beta, but you have to pay for it if you want to be the first one to join in on this new infrastructure called Google Stadia. But the problem is they were selling this thing on a false premise. And a lot of people jump on the bandwagon of buying it on this false premise, thinking that, ooh, as soon as I buy this device, that's it. I'll be able to hook it up to my TV, and for Thanksgiving and holidays, I'll be rocking a 4K HDR 60 FPS. In some cases, they were claiming 120 FPS. So there's no question about that. Google takes responsibility for what they say. Phil Harrison takes responsibility for what he says. I take responsibility for what I say. Okay? So it's on them. There's no two ways about that. That's just the fact. Granted, I am willing to overlook all of this stuff that happened in the past. I'm willing to overlook deceiving. I'm willing to overlook all of this, and I'll explain why. Once I got my hands on Google Stadia, and once I start playing around, once I start experimenting, doing a bunch of different tests, I'm starting to see that there's a potential here that could work out in the long run for those of us who are interested in being able to automatically switch between different games, to be able to go on a Google, on a YouTube, and start live streaming. I think there's a potential here that could turn into like a streaming of like a Twitch. It's just that you won't need a console, you won't need a PC to stream the games. You'll be able to stream them automatically from your device. And I think this could help in the long run to make this like this new Twitch mecca, if you will. And I think that's the main goal here of Google, is to really push the streaming for content creators. Now, are they going to achieve that? I don't know. We're going to see. But I'm willing to give Google Stadia a second chance here because, like I said, I understand. I understand your backlash. Yes, they lied to you. they lied to me too, and I bought this device. If you want to call it a device, it's really an infrastructure. I bought into it myself, just like you did. But I'm willing to give this infrastructure a second chance because I do see a potential here that it could turn into something much bigger. For example, look at the Xbox. Look at the Xbox Live back in 2002, or was it 2003? A lot of people were skeptical about Xbox Live. You know, a lot of issues, a lot of latency. The microphone headset doesn't work. You can barely hear another player. There was a lot of backlash about, you know, being connected online, playing with other people across the world online. This is not the future of gaming, yada, 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 right? Well, fast forward 20 years now, and look what Xbox Live, PlayStation Plus has achieved. Look at Steam. Look at all these other companies that followed. So, and look at Twitch for crying out loud, and look at YouTube streaming for video games as well. So everybody was backlashing Xbox Live, but look at it now. Look at it now. Okay? So what I'm trying to say in retrospect is Google Stadia, it's something that could potentially turn into something awesome, but it's going to take time. Okay? It's going to take time. It's not going to happen overnight. It's one of those things that, sure, they're going to need our help so they can finance and run everything, granted. But at the same time, if it becomes successful, I guarantee you, a lot of developers will jump on that bandwagon. Okay, right now they're not jumping on it because obviously it's getting a lot of negativity, a lot of backlash, so they don't want to jump on that bandwagon just yet. So what I'm basically saying is we need to give Google Stadia a second chance. We should. I want Google Stadia to succeed. You know, I don't want Google Stadia to fail. I don't understand some people that just want something to fail. Why? Having Google Stadia fail, it's not going to benefit the gamers. It's not going to benefit the new innovation of future gaming. Okay, having something to fail, it's not going to benefit. Okay, us as gamers. I think having Google Stadia be successful will open the new doors of how we game, to have different point of view on how we stream, how we do our live streams, how we connect and interact with these games across the world with each other. I think there is something great that can happen here. I'll give you another example. Look at, for example, Blockbuster. Blockbuster was huge back then in 2000, 99, 98, 95, 96, and even in 2000, in 2001, 2002, 2003, 2004, 2005. Blockbuster was a huge rental franchise that was renting movies, and everybody was renting movies from Blockbuster, buying and renting video games from Blockbuster. It was huge, right? I even worked at Blockbuster myself. And then comes along Netflix. And everyone's laughing about it. Everyone's saying, oh, Netflix is a joke. What is this? No one's going to want to watch movies online, you know. And people want to be able to put the disc in, watch it, physical media. They want to get the tape, press play, rewind the tape. Nobody wants to be watching stuff online where you need to have an internet to watch a damn thing. Everybody was laughing about it. Even when it was introduced to Xbox 360 in 2009, was it 2009 or 2008? I think it was 2008 or 2009. I forgot. But anyway, people were laughing about it, say, oh, Netflix is a joke. Forget about Netflix and nothing's going to happen. Well, fast forward now. 2019, look at Netflix. Look what Netflix has done. Not only did it become the biggest streaming service, and it shut down the big giant Blockbuster. It shut it down completely. A big huge franchise that was also with Viacom, Paramount Studios. Also a Comcast company as well, Viacom. And look what they have achieved. Look what Netflix has done. It shifted the whole algorithm, everything. It shifted the whole thing. And look at Netflix now. And look what Netflix has done. Not only did it shut down the blockbuster all completely, but it started a new evolution of movie, the way we watch our movies and TV shows. Look at Disney Plus. Look at HBO Go, Stars. Look at Amazon Prime. Look at Hulu. The list goes on and on and on and on. So what I'm trying to say, I think there's a potential here for Google Stadia to evolve. Okay, but we got to give it some time, okay? And people ask me, what is it that you like about Google Stadia? You know what I like about Google Stadia? I don't have to wait for a download. I don't have to wait for my console to boot up, and then I have to sign into my console or sign into my Xbox Live. I don't have to worry about having an update for a game. Oh, this game needs to be updated. It's not up to date. You need to update the game. Okay? What I like about Google Stadia, click of a button, boom. Just go to my browser. Here we go. Boom. Just like that. Just like that. I don't have to wait for any updates. I don't have to wait for anything. Everything, it's being taken care of for me on that server. I don't have to worry about it. Okay? And boom, I just get my controller and I am good to go. I'm good to go. I'm ready to play. Okay? That's, to me, convenient. It's very convenient to have something like that. Okay? And I think that's the point that some of you who are on this negative, hating bandwagon, hoping that this thing will fail. Well, what does this say about you as a person if you're just wishing for something to fail? That's a very shitty way of looking at things. You know, why? Why do you want it to fail? Because they lied to you? Granted, I know they shouldn't have done that. They should have been more honest. I get it. I understand it. And they should be held responsible for what they say. But I'm looking at this from a different point of view. I'm looking at this from technological breakthrough point of view. There's something good that can happen from this service. Okay? And I don't work for Google. No one's paying me. No one's paying me to say this. I'm independent. I'm as independent as you're going to get. I'm as pure, independent, unbiased as you're going to get. Okay? But if I see something that has a good potential here, I will back it up. You know? If I see something that I think has a good potential to become something greater, well, guess what? I will back it up. Okay? And I think that's the point here that some of you are missing. Some of you are calling me a flip-flop, who are calling me this, calling me that. I understand your point of view and how you're looking at it. But what you don't understand is my point of view. My point of view is I paid for it. This was not given to me for free. I paid for the Google Stadia. I'm paying for this. I'm paying for $10 a month for Stadia Pro. Okay? So nothing is given to me for free. So I am looking at this independently, and what I'm seeing here, I do see a potential. I'm not the only one. There's other YouTubers. The problem is this. You are only watching the algorithm of negative videos for Stadia. You are not looking at from both sides of the aisle. You're only looking at from one side of the aisle, and that's a negative backlash side of the aisle. So you are not willing to go to the other side of the aisle to check things out. And that's what you should do if you want to call yourself unbiased. Okay? And that's what I do. I look both sides of the aisle. All right. For example, let's say you're a police officer, a law enforcement. All right, there's a fight going on between two gentlemen or between two individuals. You want to hear both sides of the story. You want to hear what he has to say and what he has to say. And then you determine, talking to the eyewitnesses, talking to the others, investigation, then you make your own determination as to what really happened here, who's at fault. Okay, same thing. That's what I'm doing here. I'm analyzing this and I'm looking at it, and I want to give it a unbiased point of view. Okay, and that's it. Does this service had some issues and problems? Well, of course it does. Can you tell me a successful console, successful anything in the beginning that ran smoothly? Even Netflix in the beginning didn't run smoothly. Even the Xbox Live service in the beginning didn't run smoothly. Every new innovation, every new infrastructure is going to have its hiccups and issues and problems. Okay? Everyone knows that. Now, granted, what Google did was a bit crappy. They shouldn't have lied to you guys. They shouldn't have lied to me. They should have told us honestly, hey, sorry, we cannot handle 4K at this time. We can only handle 1080p, HDR, upscaled to 4K. All right, we're not going to be able to give you the native 4K. If they were honest, obviously, maybe they wouldn't gotten so many negative feedback and negative backlash. If they were being honest about Chromecast Ultra overheating, maybe they wouldn't get so much backlash. I agree with you. They shouldn't have done that. And I said it publicly. They should have made some formal apology, but they haven't done that. That's on Google. There's nothing I can do about that. That's on them. The shame, it's on them that they didn't do that, that they didn't apologize. Okay? What I'm simply saying here is I'm looking at this from a independent point of view. I'm not looking at this from a fanboyistic point of view, because I'm not a fanboy. As you guys know, there's not one single fanboy bone in me at all. But I see something here. I see something here that could potentially turn into a good thing. All right? And that's what I'm trying to do. With every product that I do, with everything that I do, I try to look at it from a unbiased point of view. Did I just fall? I think I did. I just fall and I did. I'm trying to look at it from unbiased point of view. And how many people these days are doing that? Now, luckily, I did bump into some cool people. They're not big YouTubers. They're like, small YouTubers, but they're being honest. And I like their honest, unbiased points of view. And I started thinking to myself, I'm looking at the algorithm. I'm looking at the algorithm, and the algorithm that I'm looking at is everyone is watching a negative algorithm on Stadia. No one's watching any positive videos or unbiased videos about Stadia. Everyone's watching a negative backlash videos about Stadia. And of course, if that's all you're watching, then you're gonna think, okay, I have to jump on this train. That's it, man. This is it. It's a cat in the bag. It's a done deal. I have to jump on this bandwagon of hate simply because a lot of people are doing it. Okay, now some of these individuals are doing it for the clicks because it makes a great video to backlash on a company, Google, right? Now, I'm not saying what Google did was cool. I'm not saying that this company was being transparent. Obviously, they should have done a better job on being honest to their consumers and individuals who paid for the Stadia. They should have been more transparent, and they didn't do that. Okay, I'm not saying that what they did was cool. I'm not defending that. I'm just simply saying I'm looking at it from unbiased points of view. And I think that Google Stadia could become the next Twitch, except you don't have to buy a console or buy a PC to stream. Anybody will be able to stream. All they need to have is a 30 megabit or 48 megabit internet connection, and boom, they can buy the games from the cloud, and they can start streaming right away. Or they can sign up with a package deal, $10 a month or something, and have all these games available for them to stream. And I think this could help content creators on YouTube. The word Stadia means like a stadium, like a mecca stadium, where you got everybody streaming in one place. And that's why they call it Google Stadia. All right. See, I've done my research on this thing. I don't just do my research on, oh, let's just jump onto negatives. I get it. I know the negatives. I don't need you to remind me of the negatives. I know they didn't have a great lunch. It sucked. I get it. They lied to you. They lied to me. All right, but how long are you gonna be butthurt? I mean, how long you gonna have? How long you gonna be butthurt and just feel that pain in the back of your booty? Really? How long until you forget about it, and then move on? Me, I want to move on. I'm looking. Look, I don't wanna concentrate just on the negative and live in the past. What's done is done. Yes, Google screwed up. They should have apologized. They should have told us, hey, what we did was wrong. We should have been more honest with you. I get it. I understand that. What I'm saying is this. I see a potential here. Okay? I see it, but I don't care who's running the Google, whether Phil Harrison is there or somebody else is there. I don't care. What I do care is technology, and I see a potential with this technology to move forward. Okay? And I see that there's something here. And it's not just me that sees that there's something here. There's other people out there whom I spoke to. And these are the same people who paid for this. And they're not okay with being lied to, okay? They don't like the fact that they were being lied to. But guess what? They also want to see this platform, this infrastructure to succeed. Because if it succeeds, guess what? If it becomes successful, then it's good for all of us. Yes, I know it requires the internet, and sometimes you're gonna lose a connection. I understand all of that, but I think there's a greater message here that people are missing out on, and that one message is this could change the future of live streaming for content creators. If you're a content creator, I think this could potentially change the way we look at gaming and streaming. Right now, for you to stream on Twitch, on YouTube, you have to spend money. You have to buy a pretty good PC. You have to buy a capture card. You have to buy a graphics card. You have to buy a console. There's too much hoops that you have to jump through just to do a live stream. And I know this. Look at this. I'm in my studio. I know what it takes to live stream. I think what Google Stadia is going to do is make it easier for content creators to live stream. And I think that's possible. I think we might see that happen. Of course, I can be wrong. Nothing I say here, it's 100% guarantee. I don't know. I don't have a crystal ball, guys. I'm just simply saying a lot of people are focusing on the negative when it comes to Google Stadia, but they're not looking at it like I'm looking at it from both sides of the aisle. I try to look at this from both sides of the aisle. Is it perfect service? No, nothing's perfect. Of course there's issues. Of course there's technical issues and problems. Everybody knows that, and everyone should know that. Nothing, even a brand new game when it's launched has issues, updates and this and that. Even the new graphics cards, you're having issues with updates and new firmwares and whatnot. It's not compatible with this. It's not compatible with that. So every new device or every new infrastructure is going to have a rocky, a bumpy ride in the beginning. Okay, I'm talking about a long term. Okay, that's what I'm talking about here. So here we go. I can go back to the game where I left off, and just like that. And I think this is the part that a lot of people are missing out on. Do you know how long it would take me to let's say I lost the power or something happened, the game frozen. I have to reboot my PlayStation console. And then I have to make sure I'm connected online. Then I have to go ahead and check the updates for the game, and then I have to click start the game. I have to wait for the game to load, and once the game is loaded, I gotta go ahead and reload the game from the latest checkpoint that I did. All of that takes time. Look how long it took me just to get back to where I was. Do you know why? Because this is from a cloud. You're from the cloud. But see, no one talks about these cool features and these benefits that you get with Google Stadia. Everybody's focused just on negative, negative stuff, you know. And everybody's so butthurt about 4K. Okay, guys, 4K is 4K. I know they lied to you. It's not cool. I get it. I understand it. But enough already. Get over with. Get it over with, man. Just forget about it. Yes, I know it sucks. They lied. They shouldn't have lied to you. But I'm looking at this from a technological point of view. I think there's really something cool here that Google Stadia has that could change the way we live stream, the way we play games. It could change a lot of different things. This video, I could talk here for about maybe 2 hours just to put some key pointers on why I think this could potentially change the way we play video games, the way we live stream video games, the way we bring. This could work really well for content creators. Just think about the fact that you don't have to buy a console, you don't have to buy a PC, you don't have to buy a capture card, you don't have to buy any of this fancy equipment. You can go right away, straight from your laptop. All you need is a decent internet connection, and boom, you're starting to live stream. You're starting to making money while you're live streaming. I think this could be pretty good for content creators who are live streaming. But see, not many of you talked about that. I did my research about Google Stadia. I think that's their main goal, is to bring more people into live streaming for the content creators. Okay. So, in closing, what I want to say is this: is Google Stadia going to be successful? I don't know. I don't know. I guess by March or April 2020. I really think by spring break, March or April 2020, around there somewhere, spring break, April, March, I think we'll know. By March or April, we'll know where Google Stadia is, or if it's going to have any potential of moving forward. Okay, because by March and April, I'll have pretty good idea where this infrastructure Stadia is going. Where is it going to go? Is it going to fail? Is it not going to fail? I'll have pretty good idea by March and April. But for right now, I think we should give this infrastructure called Google Stadia, this service, we should give it some room to breathe. We should give it some time to evolve. Okay, because you might have a difference of opinion. When you see this video 4 months from now, or 5 months from now, or 6 months from now, when you find this video, you'll have a difference of opinion. You're going to say, oh, I see what this individual was talking about. I like the way this individual think. He's not just stuck on whatever's trending for the sake of trending to talk negative stuff about this service. He's looking into the future. He's thinking like Nikola Tesla. Future. Not stuck in the past. I'm thinking future. What's done is done. I cannot change what's done. I can only think about tomorrow and the future. But let me know what you guys think. Okay, I gave you my piece. I'm not a fanboy here. I'm not here like being paid by Google or Phil Harrison or any of that. Just because Phil Harrison liked my tweet that I sent him doesn't mean that all of a sudden, I'm holding hands with Phil Harrison. We're hanging out and having a great time. No. I'm independent. I'm unbiased. when it comes to televisions, when it comes to virtual reality, when it comes to PC, cell phones, you name it, etc., etc., etc. I always try to be unbiased. You know, I always try to look at things from both sides of the aisle. Okay, and that's what I'm trying to say here. All right, like I said, guys, thank you for this long video. I know it's there's no way for me to do this video other than 30 minutes because there's so much to unpack here. There's so much I want to say here. So thank you for watching, and I'll see you guys on Friday after the Thanksgiving. Happy Thanksgiving. Stay safe and party responsibly. And I'll see you on Friday with Google Stadia, Chromecast Ultra, and a Google Stadia controller. I'll show you how to set it up with the Chromecast Ultra. I'll show you how it looks on OLED. I'll show you how it looks on QLED. And we'll do a bunch of tests on it. That's coming on Friday evening, around there somewhere. Other than that, thank you for watching this video, and let me know down below what you guys think. Leave a comment below. Just because I don't read your comment right away doesn't mean I'm not going to read your comment the next day. I'm very busy, so I don't have time to read the comments right away. I do read them when I do get a chance, okay? Other than that, happy Thanksgiving. Stay safe, be good, stay positive, and I'll see you soon. Stay blessed, be good.